Hey guys, welcome back to Woody's Gear Reviews. Today we're going to be looking at a light that was sent to me by Banggood. Banggood reached out, said they had one of their products that they wanted to send my way, and if I would do an honest review on it, and I told them, yeah, I'd have no problem doing that. So what we're going to look at today is the Astrolux CP01 clip light. So let's kind of bust into this thing and we'll discuss what we got here. You know, nothing crazy about the box. So you've got some tips, some instructions, which is good. It's just like a quick start guide. You've got your full instructions. Not sure what this stuff is. We'll look at that in a minute. Let's look at that before we get into the light. Okay, USB-C cable. It's like stainless steel disc. Is that a coating or is that a... No, it's okay. So it's just a protective housing, and I would imagine that's... Yep, sticky on the backside. So I guess you could stick that to something. So we'll probably figure out why we need those. And then your lanyard that looks adjustable. It is. So put that on your wrist. And you can adjust it down. All right. We won't keep this in the picture. We'll leave those because those might be relevant. There is the light. This thing is super tiny. And we'll put it in reference, if I can get it out of this pack, to some other lights because I want y'all to see the size. That's normally everybody's small light, right? The Woobin G5. Look at the size comparison. Is this one thicker? Yes, it is. But it is shorter by at least 3/8 of an inch. And about equal to that 3/8 of an inch narrower, and probably that 3/8 of an inch wider. Just as a reference, super small. This one is in the black. It comes in black and silver. Just kind of give you all a close-up look at the light, the clip, where you charge, and then we'll get into what some of these features are. Now, this light is made out of a zinc alloy shell. And like I said, it comes in black and silver. The max output on this light is 250 lumens. It's got a 250 milliamp hour battery, and right there is where you'll charge it with your USB-C. It's got 3 modes, a high, medium, and low. Or the main light has 3 modes, high, medium, low. You have a moonlight mode, a beacon mode, a strobe mode, and I think that's about it. And we'll kind of get into what each one of those look like. One thing I like about this is even though the button doesn't stick up a whole bunch, oh, I didn't mean to blind you. This light does have a lockout function. So let's look at that first on, you know, if you had this, wearing it on a chest rig or had it on your backpack, what's going to keep it from coming on? And the lockout mode, what they're saying is press this button for 2 seconds. It blinks. Now I'm going to press the button. Okay. It is locked out. To unlock it, long press, and it's on. And now it should come on and go off as you wish. So to enter the moonlight mode, let's look at moonlight mode first. If we go in the moonlight mode, you're going to long press the button, and that's going to give you your lightest setting, your moonlight mode. Just going to single click, gets out of that. If we turn it back on, it's coming right back on in the moonlight mode. So it's it's got memory, so it knows that the last setting you were on was moonlight. It came back in moonlight. We're going to long press and hold, and you're going to cycle through all settings. That would be your brightest mode. We're going to turn the light off in that mode, and it should come right back on in the brightest mode. So pretty interesting, super small. It's simple. Press a button on the side, you're going to cycle through all your modes. Hold, and then if you want that mode, keep it there. If not, cycle through. You want the medium, click it there, turn it off, single click. You're always going to come on in medium unless you change it. And then basically all you're going to do is press and hold. Then you cycle, turn it on. Oh, I locked it. Long press. Turn it on, cycle through your modes. Whatever you want to be on, turn it off there. Single press, you're back on. Now, one good thing about the light is it's IPX5 waterproof rated. So it's good enough to have on a bag where, you don't have to worry about it if it rains, right? You probably don't want to submerge it for a long period of time. It would be safe if you dropped it in, a mud puddle and picked it up and pulled it out, but probably not a light that you want to submerge for a long period of time. Now, one interesting thing about this light is I'm sure you're thinking, man, white's an ugly color. That's nothing but a feature of the light. You don't have to have it on there. That is how the light would be if you didn't. This is just a clip-on diffuser. So let's turn it to a low mode. So that's basically just a diffuser on your light. Just kind of rotates around there. Just a simple way to integrate a diffuser onto your light. Sticks on the bottom. You have it. Now, let's go into the last couple of modes here. If we want to go into the beacon mode, this is where you kind of have to do, the press this many times, right? So when the light is on, so we'll turn the light on, triple click, 1, 2, 3. You're in beacon mode. And all it's going to do is that steady flash. Nothing special, but you do have a beacon mode. If you turn it off, 3 clicks in the off position, then you're going to go into your red light mode. Three more clicks from that mode, you're going to go into your strobe mode. So 3 clicks, beacon mode. 3 clicks, getting your red. 3 more clicks, you're going to be in your strobe mode. Those are the only modes the light has. Right now, these things on Banggood, if you go over there, they're $19. This is a lot like a Temu or Amazon. Throw it in your cart, let your cart work for you. They go on sale. One thing about the clip is it's got rubber padding in there. It's hard to see, but there is rubber padding in there. So it's got a good grip to it to where it's not going to slide off of things. So you could hook it to your molly webbing and it's not going to come off. That's one of the things that a lot of people had complaints on this clip is in molly, if you turn it upside down, you could shake this light off. Let's try that test on this here to see if it'll come off of molly. Okay, we just have a small little simple pouch here. If we were going to clip this thing on there, I shook that pretty hard and it did not move. So that light is on there. Unlike some of these others, you know, the clips just aren't strong enough. If you were to put this on, oh, throw it on the ground, Jay. If you were to throw this on there, see what I'm saying? The potential to lose this light is great. I mean, I didn't even shake it half as hard as I shook this. I mean, I was shaking this thing till the cows come home and it's not moving at all. Still all the way up against the clip as far as it would go on. And most of that is, you can hear it. That's a pretty tight, I mean, it takes a little effort to push that down, which, that's a good thing, especially if you have it on a backpack, on a chest strap, anything like that. It's going to stay on there. You don't have to worry about slinging your backpack on and off, humping through the woods, and losing your beacon light. You know, this is going to be your emergency light. This isn't going to be the, hey, I'm trying to maneuver myself through the dark light. This is going to be your backup light, your beacon light. When you finally get settled in the camp at night, if you're trying to find something in your bag, you're trying to look around, you know, shine an area around camp. Anything like that, right? You hear something close to your tent, you can kind of light up the area without drowning it with your full-on flashlight. So this is something small that you can keep on you. Another thing is, it says it has a magnet on the clip. That is very true. It'll hold on to the bottom, but just like a lot of things, these magnets don't have any kind of grip on them. So typically on smooth metal, if you shake them, they'll slide off. And that's all it did. It was up here. I shook it a couple times. If you can see, it slid to the bottom, and then it just loses the magnet hold, and then it falls off. Maybe something a little more coarse. Let's look at my old one. This one's been left out in the rain. Still, magnet's not strong enough. It's a little better on something coarse. But just to stick it on a tent pole or something like that, and of course it would have to be a steel tent pole for it to stick. But anything that's made out of metal, you could stick it to, and you should be okay. Especially if you're traveling and you want to stick this thing to the hood of your car to look up underneath there, you have a water leak or you're adding some antifreeze, something like that would be good for that. So you have both hands use, but if I would use it in a backpacking situation, I would hook it to either the molly strapping on the back of my backpack. And what I like is you can, on most of the lights, you got to put it to where the clip part is up so it doesn't slide through. This one you can hook this way because of the ribbing. So depending on which way you want to carry it. I think it's a really good light, guys, for the money. And for just a small little light. I mean, it's super small, super light. If you wanted measurements on it, let's see. I thought I wrote down the measurements. I did not. All right, so measurement-wise, you're looking at 2 inches by not even 1 inch. And let's go from the thickest part of the light all the way to the thickest part of the magnet. You're looking at 1 inch. So we'll just say 1 inch by 2 inch by 1 inch. If you go all the way from the housing on the light to the thickest part of the magnet, you're looking at about 1 inch. Super tiny, super light, and just a good all-around camp light. I know some people that do lightweight backpacking, and they don't carry a super bright lumen light. They're usually going down trails and they're walking the trails during the day, and all they're doing is pitching a tent, eating some dinner, going to bed, wake up early and do it all again. So they're more of, hey, what do I need? I need to find my stove. I need to find my food. Looking in the backpack, if something walks around the camp close, you could see it. It gives you that good ambient lighting. And it just has options. To me, it would be a good light to carry in that situation. A good lightweight camp light, clip it on you, and you're not taking up no space inside your backpack. But anyways, again, this is the Astrolux CP01 clip light. I'll leave a link in the description. If you're interested, jump over there, get you one. Super cool little light. I like it. These are what comes with it. So I guess if you had something you could tape that to, you could use those little magnets which come with it. So I think that's cool that they come with it, or you can use them for something else. You got 2 disc magnets thrown in. And I would imagine the only place to hook the lanyard is on the actual clip, which I would think it goes here. And then now you can carry it with the lanyard if you would like. But that's easy to take off. So, if you have it clipped on your backpack, that could hang down. You may not want to catch it on anything. So you can throw that in a front pocket if you anticipate needing your lanyard later. Or you just leave it at home and put the lanyard on something else. That's what we got, guys. Astrolux, sub $20 small clip light. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, click all those notifications, give us a thumbs up. A lot of people watch the videos. Thumbs up goes a long way. If you like the video, it really helps out. It helps the algorithm keep promoting the video and lets our channel get more watches. The more watches we get, the better off we are on the channel and the more content we can make. We still have 3 ways to support the channel. Witty's Gear, Buy Me a Coffee. We've got memberships. If you want to become a Witty's member family or part of the Witty's family, join the membership. It's not super expensive. We do have gear out there, hats, mugs, hoodies, shirts. If you feel like promoting the channel that way, we've got several logos. This is one of them, our standard logo, but we have some other logos out there. We got stickers, so we kind of got our different logos that we've made along the way. So if you're interested, pop over, grab you a sticker. These are good stickers. They're not super cheap, good to put on. There's the gloss ones, and then there's the matte ones that don't really shine as much as the gloss ones. Just preference. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love y'all. See you on the next one.